Do you keep using the same effects over and over again, but you're tired of having to open them up every single time on every single track? Did you know that you can go ahead and create macros and effects racks so that you don't have to ever worry about that ever again? Welcome back to another episode of Work Faster with your boy Foxed, and today we are going to go over how to make audio effect rack presets that have macro capabilities. Let's get started. All right, welcome back. Here we go. Organizing myself here, and let's get started. Also, my cat is having a little bit of a cameo today. So let's say you have these 4 presets or audio effects that you keep using. And for example, today I'm going to go ahead and use 100 cutoff, my 1000 cutoff, a reverb, and a washout. And you use these all the time in your tracks, but you're tired of opening them up and having separate instances for each. You want to work faster. How do I go about fixing this issue? Step 1 is organize the rack the way you want it to first. If you want to go ahead and move all these things in the correct order that you want, start by grouping them all together, and you want to hit Control G. What that does is this makes a lovely thing called an audio effect rack. Great. From there, you can go ahead and open up your little macro button, which is this little twisty thing right below the on-off button. And it'll pop up this macro screen. With all of your stuff open and ready to go, from here, you can start mapping things, which is super nice. So you just click the map button. Now, all you have to do is go ahead and click on whatever you want to be macroed and turned on or off. So we'll start with my 100 cutoff. I just want it to be turned on and turned off. We'll select that, and then I'll hit map to macro 1, and it says device on. So I can rename that as 100 cutoff. Then you get to set values as to when it's actually going to be turned on or not. So there's a couple ways you could do this. One, you could have it like completely useless all the way until it reaches 127, which is the max value. Or what I like to do is I'll set it to 1. So 1 to 27, if it's in this value, it'll turn it on. And if it's at 0, it's off. And now for everything else, you're able to replicate and decide to like macro anything that you want. So I'll do the other EQ preset I have here. I'll map it to 2, and I'll just repeat the process. It'll be 1 to 127. And then you can start minimizing them. Now you know that they're on, and now you know they work. Now for reverb, you can do the same thing, except now you're gonna be affecting a couple of different settings, such as like dry wet, decay, and it's on and off. So we'll start with on and off. Click macro, reverb on. Set the value again, 1 to 127. Then I'll just pick the decay time, and I'll set that to map. So I'll space it out because I like to be organized as best I can. And from here in your mapping settings, it will give you the minimum and maximum for how much reverb you want, which is really nice so you can fine tune. So, and then the minimum, if you like width in your track, you can go ahead and just leave it at 200. Or if you know you only use it for spacious, like actual reverb, you can set your value to what you want to. And then I'll select my dry wet, put that to map. It's already set for me. And then we have the famous bass clef washout, which I use all the time. Gives it everything like a nice spatial awareness. I love it. So then I'll just click the 1 macro. And mind you, this is now a macro and a macro, which you can absolutely do. You can have custom settings, have macros within macros. You can get really complex with this stuff. Go ahead and click macro 3, washout, and from there, it has a max value of 127. I'm not gonna worry about touching it. Magic. What is super neat about using macros is that you're not just limited to 8, you can actually use a total of 16. The plus and minus here on the left-hand side of the audio effect rack can extend this baby out. So if you have multiple plugins, multiple effects you wanna start affecting and macroing without having to worry about it, you can go ahead and just use it as much as you like and use as many as you like. So you're done messing with your rack, and you want to go ahead and finalize it by saving it as whatever you'd like. So Foxed rack, yay. And then, like anything else, that little floppy disk, you click. Now what I said in the beginning of the video is you can make this a default. How do you go about doing that so you never actually have to open this up every single time? And the answer is very simple. All you have to do is in here, right click on audio, and you'll get your normal menu. This lovely little selection at the bottom is save as default audio track. I'm not gonna go ahead and use that because every single time I open up an audio track for me, I already have my own rack ready to go lined up. And the best part about this, you can also do it for MIDI tracks as well. So you can both have audio tracks and MIDI tracks, both opened with the same amount of presets for your audio effect rack. and every single time you open one, it's going to be there for you. Hope this saves you guys a lot of time. I know I've been using this very recently, and it's already shaved off a whole bunch of time. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, etc., etc. And also, if you want more in-depth tutorials and more in-depth knowledge from me, as well as all my resources, don't forget to hit my Patreon, patreon.com/foxedofficial. I also do lessons. So if you're interested, let me know. Would love to help you guys out and see you express yourselves better. Have a great rest of your day. Stay crazy and stay foxed.